I received the video, Sarge, I received the video, and of course it was showing the mother is dead. I think somebody hit her on the head, and mother is dead, and the baby was there, and baby find the breast of the mother and sucking the one. I was absolutely, just gone. My heart was bleeding for him. Tears have come. I said, and nobody was taking. They were looking at her, and they were running. The people was running. People they couldn't, because they were saving themselves. And I said, "It's a baby. The mother is dead, standing there, and the whole breast was open, everything, and of course the baby." And it is not humanity. We have to help this. We have to, these poor people, we have to help them. We have to save them for these, of course, Myanmar, for the army of the Burma. And of course, we have to shelter them. We have to give them food, give them, clean them, as they are our brothers and sisters. And inshallah, of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question us. You believe me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question us.
This is an important point, brothers and sisters, because we're watching this right now. Whatever we're doing, we should stop what we're doing and really take heed and listen to what we're hearing here from Sheikh and from Haroon from Muslim Charity, because this is a humanitarian crisis which is very specific to the Muslims. No country's really doing much. Even the UN is kind of procrastinating, saying, well, what should we do? We know it's a genocide, it's a humanitarian crisis, but what should we do? And they're taking time. While they're taking time, people are dying. Either they're being murdered, or they're dying from disease or from starvation. Many are trekking 60, 70, 80 kilometers just to get to safety. They're having their houses burnt to the ground. Families, mothers and fathers are being murdered. Children are watching their loved ones dying. They don't know what to do. They're so young. They're in trauma. Some of them are so young that they are making the journey by themselves. They're reaching the camp and they're lost. They don't know what to do next, because they've lost their mother and father. And these are children from the age of 4, 5, 6 onwards. Words cannot describe what they must be going through. We can't begin to imagine what it must be like to be in the situation that they have been placed in. It seems Allah must love them so much, because He's testing them so harshly. But at the same time, we should be worried, because what is our test? If it's not picking up the phone and donating and trying to ease the pain and the suffering of our brothers and sisters, then what are we going to do?
These people, the 500,000 people that have just come in the last few weeks, they haven't thought about Eid, they haven't thought about presents, they haven't thought about buying clothes and even doing salah. You know, the Eid Salah that, you know, is so beautiful and so precious to us, where we go and see all our friends and family. You know, twice a year we sometimes see these guys. So even they didn't have a chance to do that. In fact, they had violence inflicted on them. They had rape and genocide inflicted on them. You know, I've met children with lacerations, with burn marks. These are things that, you know, we don't need to read anymore. We don't need to see on WhatsApp videos that have been shared and thinking, are these genuine or not? Maybe someone just made a fake video. These are real, subhanAllah. We can see the villages burning on top of the hill. Sheikh, we saw the villages, they were still burning. You could see the black smoke coming up. And when you go very, very close to the border, because Bangladesh has a border with Burma that is so close. When you go so close, you can actually see the treetops burnt. SubhanAllah, you can see the treetops burnt. This is not something that is happened in the history books. Like we're saying, this is happening in our time.
These are al-hasanat yadhhabna sayyi'at. That means all the good things take bad things away. And this is the charity, the giving the charity is one of the best ways they take all your calamity, all your difficulty away. Do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before the disease gets us, this is a kind of insurance. You know, when you get a car insurance, you get it not because you want an accident, you get it in case you have an accident. And this is the money which you give inshallah, it stays in case you want to take any calamity, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take you away.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh.
The Prophet, when he was leaving Mecca to go to Medina, he was fleeing persecution. You know, and he went to Medina, subhanAllah, and the Ansar, open their arms. And subhanAllah, and that's what we're asking you to do tonight. SubhanAllah, be like the Ansar.
We don't tell them, of course, give half. When the Prophet ﷺ said, when each one give half of his, each brother for his Ansar, give half of his house, half of his money, half of his shop. We don't say give it half of his shop. No. We don't give it half of his house. We don't give half. We say give it a little bit today, little bit tomorrow, little bit 5. Give many time in the Holy Quran. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says many time. Wake up before waking you up. Give before the time which you say, oh Allah, can you just send me back? It's in the Holy Quran. Can you send me back to the Amal Saleh? This is Amal Saleh. He says, no, if I send you back, you don't do it again. Just do it, my brother. Do it, Allah subhanahu. Don't take my advice. Take advice from the Holy Quran. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He give you our creator, our beloved, our top creator. I don't know what to say. He give all advice to us. Please give for the sake of Allah. Please, Allah subhanahu, give to me and I give you for everything. Give it to Allah. Don't give it to me. I give it to Allah for them. Allah doesn't take it. Don't send it up and down. Just give it to the people.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Wa alaikum assalam.
Sister, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Sarah from West London.
Sarah, mashallah. How are you doing, sister?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I want to say I donated £50 towards where most needed.
Allahu Akbar. Amazing.
Yeah, and can you please make dua for my mum? She has a medical problem with her eye. So inshallah she's going to be getting treatment. Can you make dua that Allah preserves her eyesight?
Ameen.
We will do that, my sister.
Inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala see to all your needs as my dear sister yourself. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the shafa. Inshallah, give the shafa to your mother. Any difficulties, any illness, any problem inside and outside. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take all the diseases, all the calamities, all the illness out of your house and all your family, and bring all the happiness, all the smile, long life, wealth, health, and inshallah when all of you gone like a bunch of flower, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put you in your paradise, and inshallah yourself, my sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala resurrect you with the Ummul Mu'mineen Aisha radiyallahu anha. She's my mother and your mother because she's Ummul Mu'mineen.
Ameen. Jazakallah khair.
Sister, Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. May Allah bless you abundantly. And Sheikh did a beautiful dua.
Yes.
I can't top it. I was just saying, But before you go, can you give us a big takbir?
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Thank you, brothers. Good luck. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Earlier, there was a brother who had just a little shop. And all he had was like about 5 bottles of water and some biscuits. That's all he had. That's all he was selling. That's all he could afford. And subhanAllah, when he saw us come, and he knew that obviously we're from abroad and we've come to help the Rohingya, subhanAllah, he took the 5 waters, he took the 4 biscuits that he had, he said, this is yours as a gift. Please drink it. Please.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, this is like, a shopkeeper just emptying his whole shop and giving it and donating it to us. And we were just completely bowled over that this is everything the brother has. This is something that he's doing as an enterprise to feed his family, whatever he can do. And subhanAllah, that's why I wanted to just convey that as a message of generosity. Absolutely. Because the brother, for whatever feeling he thought that we were going to have, without knowing us, he knew that we were doing something. We're here for a purpose. Whatever it was, he was here to help the Rohingya. Subhanallah, and the generosity from... And the brother just wouldn't have it. Even though we secretly then gave another Rohingya some money to then give it to him secretly. Because he just wouldn't have it. He wasn't accepting it. You're our guest and you've come to help us.
But that's the generosity spirit, and that's what is so beautiful about our deen, is that, even with... what's been happening, Rohingya, you have people in Palestine that have been raising money. They're probably the most oppressed people as well, raising money for Syria, donating to our brothers and sisters in Myanmar. It's incredible. That's the generosity spirit, because they understand they're doing it to please Allah. Yes, and Allah is going to increase them in their wealth. If Allah doesn't reward us now, He'll reward us in the next life. And we should always be gearing us towards the next life is what's important. It's not this one. We do our best to please Allah. We try and maximize our effort.
And the Prophet ﷺ said, sadaqah, you giving sadaqah, never decrease, never decrease your wealth. Therefore, that means from this pocket, you take it and put it into this pocket. Plus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much give you. Therefore, what we need to do, we need to take this opportunity. Myself, yourself, and everybody take this opportunity, and for the sake of Allah, say, oh Allah, you give me 100,000, I give you 1,000 for you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to the angels, look, I give him, you know, and the man is always miser, but he give for me, and tell the angels, give them. Give them. You believe me. And the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, pour everything they want. Happiness, mercy, everything of Allah to this person. And this person feel, no matter what you got, feel so fresh. Feel whole, he's got a whole world. Maybe he hasn't got that much. Because inside is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because he does what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does.
This is a great reminder as well, because the sadaqah is a burhan. It's a proof of your iman, your belief, your faith.
Yes. Sadaqallahu al-azim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the truth. You give one, he gives 700, and in this world, he will give you in this world, my brother. It's not other one give you bi khair hisab. And Umar said, I give for sake of Allah. I give. These were the people, you know, they were rich, and he said, I don't want richness. I've got the richness in the heart, and I am Sahaba, and I am a family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What I want more? Therefore, what they were doing, this is important. If you accumulate money, suddenly it's like a big. It looks like I put a ton of gold in your back, and I say carry it. It's gold. You love it.
But it's not going to help you.
It's going to help you. You're going to get tired and drop it.